how do you restore trust? And so in our lineage, we would call that tikkun. And so there's definitely specific practices. Tikkun means to repair. It's the fixing. And how do you repair a lost trust? And, we've, in our relationship, for different reasons, none of which involved infidelity, but for different reasons, we've broken trust with each other. And we were in places, and that was the difficult places that we lost the ability to trust each other. And how did we go to repair that? And the key thing is to recognize that while there is a continuity of consciousness, there's not a continuity of who you are and yourself. You're a different person. There's an old quote, it's one of my favorite quotes from Heraclitus, which is, no one steps in the same river twice, because it's not the same river and they're not the same person. And so if you freeze frame somebody in their moment of weakness and you hold them to that the rest of their life, they won't change, because in your perception, you've frozen them in that. Now, if you understand that you have to trust that the evolution is real and that the evolution is profound, then at that point, you have to actually move in and realize you're a different person now. This should be the goal of our prison systems. The goal should be rehabilitation, so that the recidivism rate, the repeat of those offenses, goes down and genuine rehabilitation is possible. Otherwise, every sentence should just be life in prison, right? Like, everything should be life in prison. No one should ever get let out. And if we hold people life in prison in our own mind because of something that they did, then we're not allowing the relationship to actually evolve. And it's actually denying nature. Relationships evolve. And we see it in the movies, right? There'll be someone who had a difficult past, and they'll be working through their own self-worth, and like, a recent movie that I saw is like that. Denzel Washington in the movie Equalizer 3. Probably not a lot of you saw that, but they asked him in that movie, they go, he was rescued by this doctor, and he was the equalizer, like takes out a bunch of bad guys, but he's an assassin. And the doctor in this small little sleepy village in Italy says, "Are you a good man or a bad man?" And as he wakes up, and Denzel looks and he goes, "I don't know." That's my Denzel impression. I don't know if I did a good job, but he goes, "I don't know." And through that process, he goes through his own redemption. So we know redemption is possible. That's a fucking story. A story is a story of redemption. It's a series of events that impact the hero and allow the hero to transcend who they once were. This is the fucking hero's journey. And your relationship has to go through that hero's journey as well. And we can't freeze frame people at the moment of their worst. We have to allow them to go. But also, we have to trust that they're using these initiatic processes and that they're actually evolving, that they've cried the tears they need to cry, that they've faced the monsters they need to face, that they've gone into the fucking shadows, and there's no monsters there left to bite or sting you anymore, because they've faced them, they've seen them, you've witnessed them, forgiven them, and been able to move on. So this is absolutely a huge part of what we're going to be offering.
Oh yeah, we're going all up into all of that.